In today's Farm Report, the University of Minnesota Extension Service will be hosting a cow-calf meeting on Tuesday at the Horizon Center in Pierce. University of Minnesota Extension livestock educator Emily Wilmes talked about the event.
And it's at 5:30.
What is this workshop? Why should producers come to it? Is the information that's going to be presented?
Yeah, well, this workshop is open for all beef producers and local egg businesses. Everyone's welcome to attend. And the point is, it's supposed to help these people learn about operating a successful cow-calf business. And this curriculum at this workshop is going to be the same at the other cow-calf days that are held by Extension around the state. This is our first year doing one in Morrison County. Typically, the closest ones for people in this area were in Mora and Staples. And so this is our effort locally to provide this education closer to home for a lot of these producers. And there's going to be a lot of, really timely and relevant topics presented there. We will have 3 speakers, all from the Extension beef team, and we're going to be talking about cover crops, talking about the structure of the beef industry, and then also talking about record keeping as well.
Now, there is going to be a question and answer session with this presentation as well, right?
Yep, that's right. So after each of the speakers, there will be time for a Q&A as well.
A lot of people are going to probably be asking, well, is this going to cost me anything? Is there a cost to this event?
There is not. This event is offered free of charge. It also includes an evening meal at the end of the program, so you don't have to worry about it interrupting with supper time. And the meal and the event are both free thanks to our generous sponsors. They include the Mississippi Valley Cattlemen's Association, Central Soda Cooperative, and Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Pierce.
And if anybody's interested in wanting to learn more information or maybe RSVP, who can they get in touch with?
Yep, like you said, RSVPs, we are asking for them just to help us with the meal count since we are serving dinner at the end. And they can RSVP by calling the Morrison County Extension Office at 632-0161, or they can call me at the Stearns County Extension Office at 255-6169.
And we've been speaking with Emily Wilmes, a livestock educator with the University of Minnesota Extension, about the upcoming cow-calf workshop in Morrison County that's going to be held on Tuesday, January 20th at the Horizon Center in Pierce.
Financial help is on the way to those who educate, mentor, and train young and beginning farmers and ranchers to help them succeed in the business.
We're announcing the availability of $18 million under our Beginning Farmer and Rancher Development Program.
And Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack says applications for fiscal year 2015 are due by March 13th. He says this is part of an overall effort to
attract new people to farming, embracing diversity, and particularly among boards and commissions, encouraging folks to understand what the new face of farming will look like and making sure that we're prepared for it.
The Beginning Farmers and Ranchers Development Program emphasizes collaboration among government, educational, and other organizations in providing services to beginning farmers and ranchers. It is also a matching fund program with in-kind funding coming from different sources. More details about the program are available at www.nifa.usda.gov. I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
The American Farm Bureau Federation held its annual convention in San Diego this week. Dan Glessing, vice president for the Minnesota Farm Bureau, talks about some of the issues that were highlighted at the convention.
Well, on the breakout sessions, they cover a wide variety of things affecting agriculture, anything from crop outlook to livestock outlooks. But not only that, they touched on drones and for a wide variety of what's going on in agriculture.
And what were some of the issues that American Farm Bureau was trying to bring forward and say that this is going to be on their upcoming agenda for the year?
Well, obviously, transportation is a huge one, whether that be rail, water, roads, or even pipelines to take pressure off that rail system. Going forward, now the voting delegate session, the American Farm Bureau Board of Directors will meet tomorrow, Wednesday, and get their priority issues for the years coming up. But transportation is big. Obviously, waters of the U.S., we have to keep an eye on that. And immigration and the need for workers when crops are ready. They can't wait. Cows and crops can't wait. We need the workforce to be able to take care of that. I guess another thing is big data, and how do we use all the data that we're supplied with nowadays, whether it comes from drones or soil tests and all that. We need to be able to utilize that.
I know you're involved with the Young Farmers and Ranchers program through the American Farm Bureau. Did we see any highlights from that this year at the convention?
Absolutely. We had 3 contestants out here from Minnesota competing nationally, and Pat Bagerberg from Waverly was our Achievement Award contest winner for Minnesota. And Achievement Award is based on owning a farm, or your majority of your income is derived from that farm. We had a discussion meet winner, Joel Mathewitz from Redwood County. He participated in the discussion meet, which takes and discusses issues that are actively or a hot topic in agriculture right now. And then we had Paul and Ruth New applied or won the State Excellence in Agriculture Award. And the Excellence in Ag is agribusiness professionals that the majority of their income is not derived from the farm, but they're still culture. And Paul and Ruth actually just won the national competition yesterday that was announced, and so they are bringing home a new Chevy truck as a result of winning that. So it was a lot very exciting yesterday.
When you get back to Minnesota, what are some of the issues that you're going to be going after or trying to tackle in the new legislative session?
Well, there again, the bills have been dropping pretty fast in St. Paul, and we need to sit down and take a look and see what those priority issues are going to be and discuss. There again, transportation is going to be a big one, just because we need to get our crops and supplies in and out of our farms, and with the rail hauling a lot of oil, that's a major issue up in the north. So I would say transportation is going to be one of our biggest priorities right now.
We've been speaking with Dan Glessing, Minnesota Farm Bureau Federation Vice President. He's been out at the National Convention out in San Diego this week.
Here's what Robert Johansson, USDA Acting Chief Economist, says the National Agricultural Statistics Service is reporting this month on corn.
We saw NASC reduce their projections for corn yields, but they upped their acreage harvested number a tad. Overall, it's about 190 million bushel decrease in corn production this year.
Johansson says that wasn't unexpected and was within the trade range. Now, to get to that estimated 191 million bushels lowered.
We did actually see an increase in our projection for corn grind for ethanol production by 25 million bushels, but to accommodate the increase in corn grind plus the reduction in beginning stocks, a reduction in production, we took down feed use by about 100 million bushels.
Which comes off the grain stocks report.
And as well, we're seeing ending stocks come down about 121 million bushels for the 2014-15 crop year.
Which results in a mid-price per bushel of $3.65. For USDA Radio, Susan Carter, Washington, D.C.
A new safety net for dairy farmers created under the 2014 Farm Bill seems well received, if recent enrollment numbers are any indication.
25,000 or so who have signed up for our Dairy Margin Protection Program, representing over half of all dairy producers for 2015 in the new program.
That's Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack making the announcement at the annual American Farm Bureau Federation Convention in San Diego. This voluntary program provides financial assistance to dairy farmers when the margin falls below a pre-selected margin level. The Secretary credited the assistance of Farm Bureau and other ag and commodity groups in providing education about MPP and the encouraging enrollment numbers of this program.
Literally, without Farm Bill's help and advocacy, we might not have had the kind of help that we've been able to do in 2014 into 2015.
The Secretary also provided scheduled dates for MPP sign-up for fiscal year 2016 between July 1st and September 30th of this year. I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.